Peace family, welcome to another video here. Drink a Shine. I am currently going to be showing you my retie technique that I use for my new growth, retightening my roots, getting my hair. So I want to talk to you a little bit about what I actually use, the tool that I use. I prefer the retie method simply because it's a way for me to actually wet or wash my hair or go swimming or anything dealing with water a lot faster than actually palm rolling or retwisting my locks. So this is the way that I've always touched up my new growth, which is interlocking them. And what we mean by that is just using this tool. I actually ordered two separate ones. So the first one I'm going to show you is the one that I got from Amazon. And this one is called it's just an interlocking needle. It's pretty simple packaging, pretty straightforward. And this is how it looks. And this is the size of it. Generally, you can find these like in the hair store or, your local beauty supply. But if not, you can always order it on Amazon and just search it. But this is the size of it. Now, the other one that I use, because my locks are small, is the Easy Lock tool. Now, the thing about this one is that it's plastic instead of, metal. And it actually has a different shape to it, as you can see. And this one was ordered off their website, the Easy Lock tool, which I'll try to put these links in the description box. But it's a Black-owned company, and I love just the different style of it. I love that it's plastic. I love the way that it feels. I love that it's small enough for my locks. And as you can see, this is where your locks can kind of lock into place when you're actually in the process of interlocking. So these are the two different tools that I use when it comes to retying my hair. And I'm going to show you pretty much what that looks like for me. Pretty much how my technique is, I would generally start at the nape and work my way up each row and then go from there. So again, my hair is completely dry after washing it. So you want to be sure that you're getting a retie on completely dry hair, because when you're tightening it, you don't want it to be too tight, but just taut enough. And you want to make sure that, because if you're doing it on wet hair, wet hair is a little bit more stretched. So you don't want it to, when it dries, be too tight. So that's why it's important that you make sure your hair is dry completely. Now, very recently, from my last retie, I've noticed that I've gotten some kind of lint here, some type of buildup, which it's pretty much been clearing up a lot since I've been washing my hair. But I just remember that at the time, I was using a product line that I was trying out, which is why I recommend doing product free mostly, because you don't want to create this buildup here. All right, so I'll get more into that in another video, but for now, we're going to just focus on interlocking and retightening which is what pretty much retie stands for, is retightening. You may see some people spell it R-E-T-I or R-E-T-I-E, but it pretty much stands for retightening. That's the slang. So what I've been doing, I haven't really been looking in the mirror to do my retie because I kind of can feel my way through it. So I just kind of, but for demonstration purpose for you guys, I do the 2-point method, which is I go in through one way and then I go down. I go in to the side and then I go down. So it's kind of like a cross. I kind of crisscross and build upon that. Some people do the 4-part method, which is going across, down, backwards, up, or something of the sort. It's different variations, but I found that I want my locks to kind of be more smaller or slender. So the 2-point method ensures that I can have my lock to be kind of thin. I've also heard that people who do the 4-point probably get more volume or some sort. I don't know. I have not done the 4-point method on my hair. I just done with the 2, and so far that's worked for me, and I just continue on with that. So I just go through it. Now the thing about it is, you want to be sure that let me show you guys, when you're doing your retie, you see how this looks pretty uniform. So this lets me know that it's okay for me to, and then right here, as you can see, this is kind of, I don't know if I can, kind of open, and it's giving like that U space. That lets me know that I ended my last retie. When I did it, I ended it going downward. So it's about me going now across. So like going through it this way, and then you want to make sure that you bring the needle all the way up to the new growth, so that when you pull the hair through like that, it will kind of build upon this part. And then you go through it again. I went across, so now I'm going to go downward, and I'm going to make sure that this is all the way towards the end of this lock. As you can see, I have a lot of new growth. I normally don't wait this long to do my reties, but it is what it is. So I go back through, across, and then I go down, and then across, and then down. And then you want to feel, as it's getting closer to the root, just how tight it is, because you don't want to make, especially on your edges, you don't want to make them too tight, just for the sake of styling, and just, you don't want them to start breaking or popping off or anything of the sort, which I haven't had any problems with, thank God. But it's just about being cautious and, making sure you're doing the proper steps. Like, it doesn't have to be tight, I feel like I can go through this one more time and it'll be good. So I'll go across. And let me feel it. And again, like I said, I've been feeling my way through my locks when I'm doing them. So it looks like, yeah. I feel like that's good. That's good right there. And so that's pretty much what it will look like. And then I kind of just roll my fingers through it like that to kind of get them to, from root to end, to kind of roll out any, I call them bubbles, but it's not really a bubble. It's kind of like a thicker part of the lock, due to the hair frazzling up and kind of frizzing and matting together. So I kind of want it to be more uniform. So sometimes I will just do this depending on what the lock needs, and this will give it that uniform look so they can be in harmony. And so that's pretty much what I do now. Again, I try to feel my way through it. And as you noticed, I ended this particular lock going this way. So the next time I do it, I will do that test to see what's best when it comes to like me going back through, because you don't want to have holes in your locks, okay? And I'll show you an example of what that looks like, because I seen one the other day, or today. Let's see if I can find it. It was somewhere around here. I saw a hole in my lock, and it's easy to repair. Because sometimes you just may forget which one, or you can't really tell which direction you left off last. But let me see if I can feel. I don't know where it was. I wish I could find it for you so I can show you what that looks like. And I'm trying to find it through this camera. That's why I keep coming close and like, where art thou? Where are you? I just seen it, so bear with me. And I was like, oh, I gotta repair a lock, which is very easy to do. I may just do it, show you guys on camera. If I can find it. It's like hiding now. Y'all. Oh, here it is. Did I find it? Yep, I got it. All right, so here is where I was saying you can run into an issue where your locks may have like a hole in it. Let me see if I can get you guys to see it up close. All right, you see that? That's like a space where, and this is why a lot of people are afraid to interlock, because they're afraid of this. But I mean, it's a real simple fix, so don't be afraid. And especially when you have a loctician or a beautician that's doing your hair, they are able to see where those they'll be able to prevent them better as well, because they can see where the direction of the lock left off of. So pretty much what you would do to fix it, and you will just go back through. So because it's like, it looks like this was a down split because it's splitting this way, I'm gonna go through the lock. I'm gonna go actually like diagonal through it so that it can have that structure, you see. So instead of me going down through it, because that's where the split is, I'm gonna go through the split and take the lock through it and pull it like that, and then boom, the hole is gone, because you've kind of closed it, you sealed it. So it's kind of like the hole was like this, so going across through it and pulling it through kind of seals it like that, and it makes it more uniform. I hope that was a good demo. But yeah, so nothing to worry about. Don't fear. Very easy to fix. Okay, just go through any holes in the opposite direction, and that's how you fix them. Okay, so I'm just gonna continue on with interlocking, retightening. So I just kind of feel, and I'm like, okay, that wants me to go across. For the most part, I try to leave off on going in a downward direction because it allows the lock to lay better. But sometimes it just doesn't work out like that because it's reached its level of tightness. So there's no need in forcing it. You just gotta be patient and just allow it to flow through. So on this one, I know that I'm gonna like leave it down with this one. This is the last pull through because that feels tight. And then I'll just kind of roll like that. Boom. And for the most part, like, because I interlock my hair and not palm roll it, that I haven't had any merging of my locks so far. I've heard that up from other people's experience that they when they palm roll or retwist their hair, that they can experience some merging sometimes. So I'm not sure, but for the most part, I feel like retightening it just has so many benefits for me. It lasts a whole lot longer because you don't have to worry about getting sweating or, like, especially for people who have an active lifestyle. If you work out a lot and all that stuff, I would recommend tightening and interlocking your hair because it's just a good way for them to last. Typically, I would try to retighten my hair at first it was 6 to 8 weeks. This last time I went about maybe 3 months. Yeah, about 3 months or so. 2 months, something like that. I went a little longer, I know, but the benefits of doing it within the 8-week range, which is what I like, is that it's not as much new growth, so it doesn't take as long, right? You kind of have like even now, like the passes that I'm going through, it's not really many. It's not a lot of passes that I'm doing, but imagine if you do it a lot frequent. Then it won't take as long. But I actually like the look of my locks growing out. With the new growth, I like it. I feel like this is the longest I've had it grown out, but it's good to give your hair some space and room to breathe and all that good stuff. But yeah. Like, as you can see, I'm not really using a comb. I kind of just, and again, like, I got my laptop here. I'm gonna actually put on me. I'm gonna finish this sermon I was watching, T.D. Jakes, and then kind of just probably put on something else, some type of motivational video or anything that you're into, that maybe you watch your favorite show. You can do this while sitting down, and kind of how I'm doing it. So as you can see, I have the loop is actually this way, so I want to go down through the loop. So I'm glad that came up so you could see what I mean. I've been going across in these at first, but this one requires me to actually go down to start. So this is why it's good to feel what feels best, what direction to go into, and go from there. And you kind of learn this as you go. For those who do their own retie, you kind of learn this as you go. But if you are someone who prefers to have a beautician to a loctician to take care of your hair, then you don't have to worry about this. But it's always good to know and be aware. I just feel like it's just the best thing. So hope this video helps. I'm going to go ahead and complete the rest of my head simply by going up. And like I said, I kind of just throw everything in a ponytail at the top, start at the nape, each row, and I work my way up. And then I feel, where I need to kind of push hair up and away from the lock that I'm working on. Most times I would use like a clip, but as I've been doing this, I kind of just know now. But I would recommend for anyone who's starting out to use like these small clips or any type of clips that you can clamp your hair back and up out the way for you, because you do not want to merge your hair together. And what I mean by that is you do not want to be going through with this needle and you're going through here and you picking up hair from the other lock and then you pull it through with that one. Ouch. Okay? Or you're pretty much merging them and it's just not fun. So be careful when it comes to you doing your own, to make sure you're not creating that, because sometimes that requires you to have to either cut that hair off, or sometimes you can pull it back through, but it just depends. It just really does depend. But that's why you gotta just take your time. I normally, what I do when I'm going through is I use my thumb right here as my kind of stopper. So that's why I can feel like, okay, I'm going through my lock and not the other hairs. So that's pretty much it. If you have any other questions, or anything you want to learn or know about locks or microlocs, or most importantly, starting your lock journey, right? I know a lot of you guys are like, I want locks. So you're like, haven't started yet, but what are you waiting for? Go ahead and start your journey today. Wait no more. You can book a consult with me if you have any questions and anything additional, and we can get you started. So I'll leave that link for you to be able to book your appointment, and I also will show you guys the finished results at the end of this video. And as always, like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.